it's Sona here from Upgrade Your OET by Bose Learning. I'm a premium preparation provider of the OET, and every day this February we are running our OET Learnuary lessons. That's when I've challenged you to watch one of my videos every day in February so you can learn new skills, upgrade your OET, and practice and get ready ahead of your exam. Today, I'd like to look a little bit at some study tips and in particular cram classes. Now, I know because I've got family in India and some of them are recent graduates into medicine, and they underwent things called cram classes, and we have them here in the UK too. So in India, I think there's an entrance exam called NEET. You can tell me if I'm wrong. In the UK, it's called UCAT. And what happens in these cram classes, or when you're preparing for an exam like this, is that you just study and study and study. You spend 2 weeks or 2 months or whatever it happens to be, and you try and cram in as much information to your brain as possible. You learn everything by heart. You can do that because it's all about facts, figures, parts of the body, bones, etc. I did that too when I was at school and studying Shakespeare, for example. I just learnt bits of Shakespeare by heart. You know, I can still recite some of that to you if you like. Over hill, over dale, thorough bush, thorough briar, over park, over pale, thorough flood, thorough fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon sphere, and I serve the fairy queen to dew her orbs upon the green. Fantastic that I remember that so many years later, but actually in terms of usefulness for language building, it's pretty rubbish. And that's because cramming just does not work for language acquisition. It's absolutely useless. It's great for learning facts and figures and trying to get in as many past papers as you can. So, you know, quite often you do the past papers because the questions come back. But it doesn't work like that when you're learning a language, and it certainly doesn't work like that when you're doing the OET. When you're learning a language, it's not important to look up here, it's important to look down here at the foundations. You have to make sure that you're digging deep and you are starting in the right way. So you are putting in those foundations, you're learning that grammar, you're learning those prepositions, you're learning that vocabulary from the beginning. Because if you don't, if you have big gaps missing here and here, you just can't build your wall very high. If you filled in everything nicely and neatly, you can build a really high wall, a really strong wall. And it's exactly the same in terms of learning a language, and unfortunately that takes time. So my study tips for you today are: be kind to yourself and make sure you're factoring in enough time to prepare for the OET. Don't think you can do this in 2 weeks if your English is not ready. You have to have that basics in place first. And I've seen so many students thinking, oh, okay, I can do this in 2 weeks, and they're just not ready. And then they feel downhearted and dispirited because they take the exam, they don't get the grade they need, they take it again, it's expensive. And the trouble is, if they had just spent that time and money instead preparing and getting ready, it would have been so much easier. So really be kind to yourself, give yourself enough time to get ready. Get your foundations right, get your basic English correct and up to speed. Remember, we recommend that you're B2, upper intermediate, before you even try for the OET. And once you're there, once you have that level, you can build up in a couple of weeks or maybe a bit longer and get your perfect score. So just make sure you have enough time before you take the test. Thanks very much for watching. Come back and join us tomorrow for the next lesson in OET Learnuary. See you then. Bye bye.